Hello, beautiful people. You're welcome to another edition of Roundtable with Tiwa Says. And you know how we do it. We treat a number of interesting topics. And today we have, well, quite a number of controversial ones as well. So don't go anywhere. But before we get into it, I'll allow my guests to introduce themselves. And I'll start. Is this right or left? Right. Okay, so let's get to know you.
My name is Dolapo Akinrife.
Okay. Oh, somebody wanted to say something. You too.
I am Lois Amara.
Okay.
My name is Anthony Onka.
My name is Olajiri Onka.
Okay, so you've heard it. Yes, I said we're going to be treating a number. We're going to be discussing. You see that, it's unscripted. I'm not writing anything down. We're just going to be gisting and having fun. And this first thing we're going to be talking about today, I don't know if anyone by any chance saw a post that was on social media 3 weeks ago, where a lady, I think she brought a problem or issue, to be solved to in one of those chat groups. Okay, and she said that her husband, she's married, so the husband told her that he was going away for the weekend, in Abuja, supposedly. And of course, okay, so he went, and then she decided that, okay, her husband is not around. Let me use this opportunity to go to a party with her friend. And this party is not just an ordinary party, it's an orgy party. And they are paying dollars. So she goes for this orgy party with her friend, and of course everything went well, blah blah blah, everybody had fun and all. So at the end of the party, I guess, they just turned on the lights, because when you go for such things, I'm not saying I've gone, but I'm assuming that when you go, they turn off the lights. So they now put on the lights, and as they put on the lights, why first back they just saw each other, like their eyes met like this, ping ping. I see you see me. And and the wife she carried herself and her friend, and they left the place. Okay, so the problem is that she now said she's not been home since then. That she's afraid that hey, what would she do? That they should advise her. Maybe they should come and beg her husband or something. So I'm not going to say my own. I'm not going to talk my own first. I'm not going to give my own comments. I'm going to allow my guests to let me know their opinions. So who wants to go first, or actually?
Okay, I just want to get clarity.
Yes.
The husband. Okay, no, let's start from where was the location of the party?
I think it was on the island. It was in Lagos.
It's definitely Lekki.
Yeah, of course.
I'm trying to gain maybe.
Because the husband said he was going to Abuja. That is Abuja. Let everybody speak their own.
At some point I was like, okay, maybe she decided to also travel.
No, she did not travel. She go to Lekki, as he said. Lekki.
Okay, so the husband's Abuja.
Yes, it's Lekki. Yes.
Wow.
So, okay.
And now she's looking for who will beg.
Yes.
So the husband is looking for who will beg her.
No, I don't know. So I'm wondering. I don't know why.
She's not gone home.
I don't know.
Maybe the husband has posted in another
She is outside of the story.
So she's not saying that she's not gone home since then. That okay, like
you.
Yes, she has not gone home.
No, like
a post on Instagram, all
Sorry.
those groups that help me, how do I handle this? So she's not gone home. She's like, is my marriage over? Help me, please help us.
Well,
you start the Dolapo.
I'll go home.
Ourselves in the house.
Seriously, I'll go home. The marriage has not scattered. We'll go there. You see me? Did you see me? You didn't see me. I did not see you.
I mean, I was not in Abuja.
I was not in Abuja.
Wow, true that.
No.
That's a big point.
You didn't see
me. You went to Abuja.
Shebi is Abuja. Even if you now say that maybe a friend of his saw me, where is the evidence? No, you didn't see me. I'll go. He has not called. From what I saw on the post, she was saying that she has not called. She didn't call the husband did not call.
Did not call.
So
Yes.
she's like, is the marriage scattered? The
Yes,
marriage
there now.
who go? They're both adults.
It's even possible that the husband himself too has not gone home.
Technically, it must still be in Abuja.
Exactly. Maybe he has not gone home. Maybe his flight has been delayed. Like, okay, what will he say? Okay, so okay, you still want to say
No,
something?
I'm done.
Well, I think this is a rough one because for it to get to this point, for a married woman to have a group that will encourage that kind of thing, you don't dig ground before that day. So they know themselves. They should just go home and talk it out. They should just go home. You catch me, I catch you. Yes, 1-1. Yeah. What do you do for me? Worst case,
0-0.
what do you understand? Worst case scenario, the marriage go ahead. You know, so she should stop hiding. She should go home and face her problem.
Do you think it's a problem though?
It's
You
her
should face the
problem.
fears.
It's his problem. They both caught themselves. So they need to come and sit down. There is a court. So two of them need to come and sit down and say, okay, I don't come back from Abuja. How was your flight? My flight was fine. You, where you go? I went to Abuja too.
Do you understand?
We don't do Lagos now. So what do we do next?
Do you think they can sit down and have that kind of discussion?
Well, I say this because I know a lot of people who live that kind of life in that axis. They are married though, but they do such things. And they move on. They are still married. Nothing happens.
Together or separately?
No, separately. Separately. This one knows that this one is doing something. This one knows that this one is doing something. And they live, maybe it's cosmetic, I don't know.
And that means there must be some understanding, yeah.
Exactly.
An
Yeah,
agreement.
exactly. So we don't know what must have transpired before. We don't know the type of marriage they are in.
No, obviously,
For her
for us to say,
Exactly. For
for us to say that she's not going home or is her
She
marriage
came to
over. Yes,
seek
so
for an advice. It means they're not in that kind of
They should go
agreement.
home. They should go home. They should go.
But it speaks a lot.
what do you say?
I don't think that marriage will ever work again. That's the end of that marriage.
Why?
It's not even
Why
supposed to
now?
work.
Why? Please, let's be real. Let's be real
It is an
here.
orgy. Or, except I don't know the meaning of an orgy. But if it's the orgy that I understand, no man wants to meet
But-
his wife in that.
The woman said, which woman wants to meet her husband
The
there?
man also wants that for her husband.
Exactly.
So they should just go their separate ways.
Why?
Because it's wrong.
How?
On both sides, it's wrong.
How?
They cut themselves.
There was no court too. There was no
She
catching.
saw her husband. The husband saw her.
But they did not say anything. They were sorry, excuse me. There is no sincerely, there is no court or catch. You saw me. Maybe the guy will be doubting. The woman too will be doubting. But he says a lot.
They just finished.
They put
the
up
orgy part
NEPA.
and they put on the light.
Yes.
No, what happened in the darkness before the lights came on?
In fact, we don't even know.
orgy.
The husband
It's
said,
an orgy.
did he not interact with the wife and he did not know that? This
She
one
did
is-
see-
Let's not even get
It's
into
not
it.
very
Those orgy parties, they are always masked.
Yes,
Exactly.
you know.
So you can't know. I don't
But once
think
he's doing it,
that's the conversation.
When
When he's doing it, he will know that.
How will you
You will not know your wife.
If how will you not know? You will know. You will know. Even me as a woman,
Even as the woman,
I
when he enters, you
You
feel like,
will know.
it looks
As a man,
familiar.
even when even yes, you will know that. Yes,
It feels familiar.
this diameter
And the way
parameter,
the eye,
you know,
especially-
this is familiar.
Sincerely,
How
but
will
the
you not
thing-
know?
It speaks
In
about.
fact, that one alone self can break marriage if you don't
feel
know.
like the both of them, that marriage should have not even worked in the first place. Unless they've been hiding things from themselves.
Of course, now nobody will open with things like that. Except there was an agreement or an understanding from the beginning before they got married that this is the kind of life I live. This is the kind of life you live.
Nobody brings that out.
That's what I'm saying.
You see, and that's the problem that we are having today.
Orgies. Yeah, I'm into orgies. I like to share me. I like to sleep with multiple men at the same time. Nobody does that.
But do you know one thing? It says a lot. Let's take it from the wife aspect. It says a lot about her. Probably she has eating desires.
Fetishes.
Yeah,
She has a
fantasies,
fetish.
yes.
And the thing is, number one, there's no transparency in their marriage.
There's no
When they were
accurately.
dating, I'm sure at one point you would have said, "Oh, what is your kink?"
The people will not talk now.
Now the people talk.
Now, yes. You see, that's where the problem is. Because people don't open up.
Guy, oh, I like babe. I swing this way. This is it. Or she might not drop it like that, but there's a way she can. You know, when you know your partner, there's a way you can drop hints. You'll be dropping hints. But one thing is, number one, the lady was not truthful. She took that opportunity to go when her husband was not around.
And I think
meaning,
So apparently, do you know that
she was paid? She said they paid.
she said in dollars?
So she
that
that
means
money. Maybe it was the wrong babe. Before
number one, it wasn't the first time.
Opportunity.
It wasn't the first time. Either for the man or for the woman. It wasn't the first time. So that means all his trips are, I'm going to Abuja, I'm going to Imo, I'm going to
You're
this. You know, it's not,
yeah.
you know, and then maybe every time that Hit is going, I should be glad, like, okay, you are going your own, I'm going my own, you know. So it definitely wasn't a first time for two of them. But I don't think the marriage should be over.
in my own opinion, the marriage is not shouldn't scatter.
It's
sincere.
communication. It's communication.
Yeah,
They need to discuss
the
it.
marriage might not scatter because right now they've seen themselves in the open and understood that okay, this is what you are into, this is what I'm into.
Because you know, it's a different thing if somebody comes to tell the husband, or somebody is the husband's friend or relative, or somebody says, I saw your wife somewhere, blah 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 blah.
That would be worse.
Yes, but you know, if it happens that way, you may say that okay, maybe the husband does not swing that way. But this one that two of them met, that means two of them like that type of thing.
Yes.
You understand what I'm trying to say?
Yes.
You know, so I don't think that, in my opinion, Sha, I don't think that the marriage should be over because now it's in the open. It's clear that okay.
At this point, there can be a remedy if the both of them are open to it.
Mm-hmm.
Yes.
They are obviously open to it.
But let me tell you one thing.
No,
both
to-
there.
But there's no
but
issue in the first
separately.
place.
Yes, if they are open to it, it means
Hidden.
that they cannot come together
And
have
go
a
for those
conversation.
parties.
Having a conversation first after meeting themselves there. So now, is this what you want? Is this what you've always wanted? Or did someone push you into it or something?
Again, I
Having
think
the-
How did they
one of
push?
them
How
probably
did
got
they-
it for the money.
Do you understand? Yes.
And my
Which is
suspicion
also
is the
possible.
wife. She might probably have done it for the money.
Of course, the men that are paying the money now.
The guys are the one
The
paying.
men that are paying the
Yes, so the guy has been doing it and you're paying
That's
in
what I'm saying. That
dollars. See, let me tell you.
imagine, and he has been paying in dollars.
The man is the woman is doing it to get the money.
Mm-hmm.
The man is doing it to pay girls to sleep with.
Mm-hmm.
That's what I'm saying.
But-
The woman left. She saw an opportunity for her to
Make
make that money.
Okay.
So I'm saying the man
He's
is
the one
probably
doing it
is
for
his
pleasure.
fetish. Is the man's fetish. The woman is doing it for the money.
No, but no, they both have the fetish. I don't believe that. You cannot not have a fetish for orgy, no matter how much they want to pay and say, I'll go and do
You
orgy.
might not have a fetish for orgy and you do it for the money.
Some people do it for
That's if you are desperate.
No, it's in
If-
dollars,
if-
so not naira.
That's if you are desperate now. I don't think.
Not naira.
Right now, we don't even know the situation that exactly
Maybe the
person wants to get that money.
Maybe the man too,
They-
he doesn't know how to
she
handle
may
the
have
situation,
demand
so it
for
is
money
quiet.
for something.
That's why he has not come.
Because you know she said that okay, she just used the opportunity to go for a party, an orgy party with her friend, and then she now said especially since they are paying in dollars. So from that statement, it means that even if they weren't paying in
She has
dollars,
been going normally.
it's not the first time, you know. But that was like a motivation, like girls,
She might
like
have
ginger
find.
But wait, let me
Well,
ask.
Maybe
Yeah.
her friend said, babe, you get one orgy party we supposed to go.
Mm.
No, they go job.
But I don't
But
feel
they
like.
$10,
So it's like
So
it's
now
not
that
the
she
first
has
time.
gone,
Mhm.
Is the marriage going to scatter?
In my opinion, it's scatter.
It
Because that guy can't go
In
to
my
Abuja
opinion.
again, even if it's real. He can't go to Abuja again. even if it's real that he has to go to Abuja.
The actual Abuja.
He cannot go
But
to
do you know?
Abuja.
But do you know that?
I don't know where communication comes in. That's where communication
That's
comes in.
why I said if they both can be open to themselves and have a conversation.
And
Let's talk about it. Is it something you want to continue doing?
After-
And it's more like I've seen you for who you are. So what else?
We have both seen each other
Like,
for
we've seen
what
ourselves.
we are,
We
you
have
know.
seen- we have seen our nakedness in general.
Exactly. It's not that you know, it's not that hey, how can you even think about it? So you do it and you both do it.
I think it's
So
only
now
one party. Let's say
that's what I'm
party.
saying. If it was
He
one
saw her
party,
coming out from the party, he was driving back. You can lay accusation. You can
you can say well, exactly, but you yourself.
They cut you with soup. The oil is in your hands. Me too. The oil is in my hand.
Exactly.
Lick my hand. Oh, Lord.
Nobody can deny anything. So let's just okay. Do you like this soup? Should we make it at home?
Exactly.
Should
Should
we
we?
make it
Yeah.
But the funny thing about this soup is that many people are involved. Like, like
now,
Okay, you might decide how you want your own soup.
Yes.
people are involved.
if you want it to be a public soup, fine. If you want it to be, let's order our
I don't want to
soup.
bring my
Yeah,
own
exactly.
personal
Let's-
bias into this thing.
Please.
Personally, I don't think it's right. I don't think it is one thing to cheat with one person. It is one thing to sleep with multiple
Okay,
people.
so is it better for her to sleep with this person today than
It's
tomorrow?
wrong.
Sleep with the other.
Cheating in all sense is
Okay,
wrong, right?
cheating is wrong. But if they now have a sit down that, okay, my wife, my husband, I like this thing. This is what I like. Can we do this? Now, it doesn't necessarily have to be an orgy the next time. It could be that, okay, but I like to do this outside. Okay, can I bring somebody in? Can you bring somebody in? Or can you go out and have your phone? Can I go out and have my phone? And then, we'll still come back. You know where I'm going.
There
That
are risks involved. Though.
Trust me,
Those are
lots of
me,
risks.
Trust me, they are aware of the risks.
Exactly. It's all
It's
communication.
not like somebody that you will tell, if you drink poison, you will die. The person knows. But I
Exactly.
mean, they just want to try.
Even before they did
People
the voice for
that probably
themselves, they need
smoke
the risk.
or take these drugs that everybody's shouting, oh, it's very,
Smokers are like
it's
this guy.
detrimental to their health and everything.
Justice.
Even
Just
the
smoke.
cigarette,
Is it not on the park? Is it on the park now?
Smokers
Smokers
are
are
like
like
that.
that.
Put the picture yourself.
But trust me, you see them, some of them will even hustle, carry wheelbarrow, go and carry load for people in the market just to get the littlest of 1,000 naira to go and buy cigarettes.
To go and buy even
That
drugs.
thing that want to kill is what they are jumping inside with their full chest.
But I think it still boils down to communication. And and that brings me to my next, question. That do you think it's possible to, as married couples, to inculcate that? Or do you think you should just restrict yourself to that, okay, just me and my wife for the rest of our life? Because I always say that forever is a long time, But and I know now in 2025 that a lot of marriages, a lot of couples, they are doing it, because if they are not doing it, this thing will not be going on now. It will not be thriving. See, you said now Lekki.
Yeah.
You see, you mentioned Lekki because that's their base, and Abuja, and let's not even kid ourselves, even on the mainland is happening. It's just that it's people who know that know, that kind of thing. So do you think it's something that is workable if couples decide that, okay, let's be frank with ourselves, let's be open, let's be transparent. I like this, instead of going out and cheating, like you say, cheating, because when you're doing it without consent and without the knowledge of your partner, I believe that's when it's cheating. Yes.
Cheating is cheating, even if your partner knows about it. It's
How?
cheating.
No, it's not cheating.
No, that you discussed it with your
No,
partner.
it's not cheating.
Mhm.
How is it cheating?
Sleeping with somebody else or having any sexual relationship with somebody else aside your partner is cheating.
No.
It's cheating.
No, not when my partner is not when my partner
It
is
is when you
there.
now marry the other party.
No,
That's
no,
when
no,
it's
no.
polygamy for a man.
Everybody says, let's say we're doing this business, right? And we have an agreement that this is how many percent we are getting, this is how many percent we are getting. Where I will not say, oh, you are cheating me or you're cheating on me, is when you go behind my back, probably tell the vendor, oh, let's
Upscale, add this, yes.
add this. And then when I find out,
You'll be a cross.
Exactly.
that's cheating.
You can't bring business into
No,
marriage
it's-
now.
No.
Marriage
It's an agreement, because marriage is a partnership.
I get you're trying to bring in your personal views, your personal, what do you call it? Belief and all of those things.
Bias.
Everybody has what they believe in. Everybody has one thing or the other. Oh, I'm a one man's woman, one woman's man.
Yeah.
I don't know how to put that. But there's some persons that would still tell you. I watched the movie one time and I think the man enjoys watching people sleep with his wife.
Yeah, there are even a lot of them in Nigeria to Lagos.
In as much as I personally believe that that's a form of mental disorder.
It is.
No, watching
It's your opinion.
It's madness.
How is your opinion? It's
mental disorder.
I know that.
She said, I said, I'm agreeing with her.
I don't think it's a mental
for
disorder.
me.
I don't think so.
Fine.
I think it's just somebody else's fetish.
That's fine.
And you don't have to agree with it.
Of course. We are all different. And we have
Exactly.
different opinions, of
Personally,
course.
it's mental disorder. But for some other person, it's a norm. They are cool with it. In fact, it's the trend. No, go on. Whatever you find, you connect. That's okay. But for some persons, it's just normal for them. They want to see. In fact, they believe that when things like that go on, they are happy, they are prosperous, everything is going on for them. They are okay. They are. That's why they don't tell you, oh, I'm mentally stable. When
I don't like the fact that you are bringing mentality. Your mental state and your sexual pleasures, they are two different things.
She's trying to clarify the difference between cheating.
Yes.
When she's trying
No,
to
she has gone somewhere else.
okay,
She
can
has
we come
bragged.
back?
Okay,
No, go back to
okay,
cheating.
Cheating,
To
that if your
cheating
partner
and
is
not
aware.
So for me, if your partner is aware,
As in you
Right.
discuss it with your partner.
yes,
That is swing this way, right?
yes.
That's not cheating.
There are some persons who go into open
Relationships, yeah.
Open marriages.
Even open marriages, yeah.
Like
And
I
So
was
that's
they'll
not
tell you,
cheating.
Oh,
And that one is not mental disorder to you, Abby.
it is still.
It's
There are people that will see.
everything's mental disorder. Everything's mental disorder to you.
Why do we not act normal? Why?
Okay, what's the definition of normal? Who
For me,
decides normal?
my Bible decides normal.
Oh, that's for you. It's not everybody that believes in the Bible.
That's why I said it's a personal thing, right?
No, it's no longer personal when you are saying it's a mental disorder.
That's what I think. I did not write them off a certificate of mental disorder.
Okay.
I'm just having these thoughts, like my perception
Okay.
is a meaning. This is how I perceive it.
Mm-hmm.
For you or for any other person, they might feel, oh, it's normal, it's cool, and they might even see me as being the abnormal one,
Okay.
exactly.
which is also okay.
Mm-hmm.
I can't go around carrying a gun and put it into your head and say, oh, because you don't believe in what I believe, or we don't agree to the same thing, then off you go.
Okay, considering what you just said now, that the having open marriage, open relationship is more like mental. You don't fancy it. So, what do you think about the lady that went for an orgy party? Is mental disorder as well? But hold on, it's a two-face. My question. She went for an orgy party. She saw her husband there. Now she has not called her husband. Her husband has not called her. Can the marriage be salvaged?
Okay, you
Depends
should-
on the both of them.
So you don't find any issue with both of them coming back to sit down and
If
say,
they are fine with it,
but you will not think it's mental disorder still.
that's why I said my opinion,
Okay.
right?
Okay. I want your
I cannot
opinion.
call my opinion on what.
No. I just want to know our opinion regarding
For-
what happened.
No, because-
for that woman
Mhm.
to even ask us that question,
Mm.
she knows it's a mental disorder.
No, no, Noise, you have brought mental disorder here. No. Let's do mental disorder. Let's distract mental disorder.
I was just trying to
Because at the end of the day, nobody is normal.
Exactly.
Exactly. They are all different forms of
Exactly.
mental health.
So the fact that she has to come and ask us to probably validate her feeling and maybe make her feel that okay, you're bad, but you're not too bad like that.
You already know that it is wrong. Oh.
Hey, she's not guilty.
She's asking for advice
how
on what
how
to
should
do.
she handle the situation?
Yes, on how to
Exactly.
Her
handle
husband
the
was
situation.
there. She
Okay,
was
now.
there, but he has not called. She has not called.
Okay.
Is the
And she has not
marriage
gone back
scattered?
home.
If she was the one that caught her husband,
Okay.
she was not guilty. She didn't do anything.
How?
caught
If she
him.
was caught.
No, if she caught him, or maybe somebody.
They were both at the party.
I'm saying, for example, now, if
If somebody-
maybe somebody sent her a video, maybe your husband did this,
Exactly.
and hey, she ask us for advice.
She was zooming.
She will still ask.
She won't.
No, she won't.
No,
she knows
based
what
on-
to
she-
do because now she's on the
She will
moral.
see ask.
she's on
No,
the
they
morality.
ask on
She
that.
has the upper hand.
She has
Now
the
they
upper
are
hand
both
now.
level-headed. They are both on the same
And if it was the
They are both
husband too,
guilty.
it's the same way.
Exactly.
So now it's two of them.
At
Yeah.
this point, the both of them just have to.
They are
have
blameless.
a
They are not
separate
guilty.
Conversation.
I'm
They
telling
are
you.
blameless.
They should
They are
sit
both.
down.
Abi,
Sit
what will I
themselves,
say?
look themselves eyeball to eyeball. Oga, are you doing? Sister, are you doing?
Exactly. If
What's
not,
next?
Don't tell
Is
me.
it
Don't,
something you want to continue? Is it something you want to stop? Where are we going from here?
exactly. But what?
Just see, My neighbor cannot answer that question on my behalf.
No way.
No way.
It's just the both of them that can actually sit down. And first of all, she needs to come and tell us so, because we need like
Follow up.
underground story and follow up.
How
They-
serious?
You need gist. You need
There will be
gist.
signs.
Because I mean, for this man, I don't know how long they've been married. Right?
8 months. She mentioned
She said
8
Yeah,
months.
8 months.
Ah, he's even. I bet you scatter it. He's still very young.
Exactly. So we can start. We can have a sit down now and say, okay, this happens. Wait, no, but you know if they scatter, it does not change anything.
But see my
She should not
Scattering does not change
So
anything.
somebody now, my opinion, back to the question you asked, that with all this on ground, do you think cheating should be open where couples agree? I can bring in somebody, and this is the person I'm sleeping with, aside my husband. This person I'm sleeping with, aside my wife.
Okay.
To get married alone, for you to have sat down, both of you, you have agreed, I want to go on this journey with you alone.
But some people don't discuss all
Should-
these things.
That's why it is important to discuss these things before marriage.
So see,
And then even those that discuss it, they don't really say the truth. They are not really honest.
Exactly.
They
be
just
open. This is the
because
person I want
you
to
know
be
what
with.
the
How
person
will
is
this
expecting
journey
you
with
to say, so you just say that.
No.
You hide your true self.
Well, let me use myself as an example. Before I got married to my husband, I was open, very open. We shared.
chose to.
I chose to.
Exactly.
I chose to, of course. And I'm saying ideally, that is how it's supposed to be. Ideally,
Mhm.
in a proper sense of it.
Yeah.
That's how it's supposed to be.
Yeah.
Be open. This is your past. This is your present. This is what you want to do. This is how I want this marriage to go.
Yeah.
Me and my husband, we go to clubs together.
Yeah.
We have a child. We have a baby. I drop my baby. We go out. I wear skimpy things. You know, these are things married couples should discuss.
Exactly.
I feel like when you do these things, it shifts. There's like a shift from the outside, and then you focus on the inside, and you do things together. If you smoke together.
Yeah.
If you drink together.
Yeah.
You can go crazy together. If you are a spiritual person, you serve God together. If you're in ministry, you do it together. That is
If
where
one
you
person
don't
is
stay
ministry
together.
and the one person is not
Exactly. No, like one person is going this way, the other
But
person's
what if
vision is this
they
way?
have
That's
those
why-
things that they share in common? They've been going out together. Then after a while, babe, let's spice it up.
After the
change.
marriage is like, you know,
Let's say 10 years.
10 years, and you're like, okay, because let's be honest now, nobody likes to eat rice every day. Although we do that in Nigeria,
At the
we
same
eat rice,
time-
we eat
at
rice.
the same
You
time-
now decide, like, you know, that's why when you go to eatery, rice, spaghetti,
That's for food.
That's for food.
dodo.
I'm not married, yes, but I know for sure that before we say yes, I do, right? In your context of being a serious marriage, you already understand your partner.
You discussed everything.
You already
exactly.
know
Before you
your
make that
partner,
decision,
you are
it's
getting
a very
into
huge
this
decision to
marriage.
say you want to settle down.
Are you
and
getting
get
married to somebody that you know is a baddie?
Exactly.
Exactly.
You will marry body. You will marry
change, oh,
You
but
will
that
not
calm down after a while.
Yes, sometimes.
So
yes.
that is just
Yeah.
as in
And
they
at the same
become
time,
old takers.
you cannot now say.
And then there are some that they are not baddies when you marry
when
them.
they
After a while,
enter, when they
Yeah.
tasted it and they
Yeah,
know
they
they
not like-
ideology change. People ideology change, right? From time to time, we unlearn, we relearn, and we.
Exactly.
Do you understand? But in the now, you know who you are working with now. You cannot go and collect. Permit me to use a messagino, and you say
to sprinkle
you
it
want
with
to have a
Cardi B.
sprinkle of Cardi B.
Nicki Minaj. Message him will ask how.
You understand?
But
So
you don't know how Mercy Chinwo is inside. Now it's what you are seeing outside.
No,
That's
that's
another
what I'm saying. This is what you know about her, right?
Mhm.
So this is the person you know that you are dating or you want to get married to. You know she's a spray coco, she's a minister, she's a pastor or something, right?
Okay.
Then 10 years down the line, you now say, I want to spice it up. Let me bring another male or another female. Do you think she will agree?
And I mean,
Okay,
I want to. Sorry, before you continue, the word "spice it up" is very relative.
It's quite relative.
Very, very relative. You can want to spice things up and just go on a staycation.
No,
That is all.
that's regular.
No,
That's
no,
regular
That's not your
thing.
day-to-day life.
No. So,
You can say Okay.
Staycation mélòó lẹ fẹ́ lọ?
We didn't say person Baba. The one's large.
So what we are just trying to.
You've not been to Bali. You've not been to Ibiza. You've not been to.
The money is not there. The money is not there. Okay, we can start it and start doing a role play.
But you know that wait, let me
to marry us.
let me say something. You know that this spice it up. Except you are doing something in the Sambisa or wherever you are going. Because if you are carrying the same mindset to Santorini or whatever, you are just wasting your money.
No,
you will just sleep and wake up. You will sleep and wake
There are
up.
things to do.
Like
That's the thing.
it's those things that
You
is
will
the
think this
spice.
through before you travel.
Okay, now.
So first of all, just
You know,
Wait, let me talk. We're not allowed to talk.
marriage
Stop.
before you spice things up.
Like she was saying, everything we're all talking about boils down to communication.
Yes, it
If you will
does.
change along the line, there will be a communication. Even if it's unsaid, even if it's a form of communication will have to happen. For example, I was watching
Body
a video,
language.
body language. I was watching a video, I think in Urubu, and they do that thing a lot. One man will marry 2 wives on the same day.
Really?
He's your bride, they put the 2 faces together. It's communication.
2
If
wives.
you bring the third person, it's cheating. If you bring the third person, he has cheated on those 2 women. So it's communication. So if along the line, maybe 2, 3, 4 years later, you come and start telling me that, okay, babe, let's spice it up. How? Explain the how. I would have started seeing signs. Showing me signs. Okay, how do you work? Because I know people sexually evolve.
Exactly.
You understand?
And the thing is that a lot of people hide it. They don't
Exactly.
say it.
And that's why as couples, we should be able to be open, no matter what. the
Yeah.
situation, because marriage, as we're talking about, has evolved.
Exactly.
These days, that's taking different shapes.
Mm-hmm.
That's taking different shapes. There are open marriages. And I say this because I see these things.
Mm-hmm.
You know, there was a friend of mine who was talking about how this woman was always showing concern towards him, only for him to come visit them at home, and the husband was like, "I like you, young man. Come, would you like to?"
was getting a man for
Some of them know their husband swing this way, and they stay married, so they know.
They would rather bring somebody that I know, instead of.
So to them, it's not cheating.
To them,
Because
I
they
think
know-
it even keeps their
they know-
marriage.
Yes.
They know they have
Why
facilitated.
stay
it.
married? I think
It's
I
just
think the problem here is what is marriage? That word marriage.
That's
That
the
word
problem.
marriage is used wrongly. See, there can be partnerships that are not marriages. You can have a
Exactly.
partner you can have a partner and you're not married to them.
Mhm.
This is my partner. I have children with this person.
In fact, those
But
ones
I'm
even last
also-
longer than the
longer than
so-called
I'm
marriages.
saying marriage, you cannot bring a third party into your marriage.
okay. You see,
Ha.
That word
So
marriage
polygamous people
is
come.
used- at least there's a form of commitment to those women, either traditionally, legally.
And they still cheat too.
Some
Even
sort.
people with
Before
two
of
wives.
us, they will
That's
cheat
what I'm
now.
saying that is wrong. Cheating is wrong. You can have partnerships. I don't think they should call it marriage. Open
Yes.
partnerships.
the reason why they are
I will
married.
try.
Marriage self is a partnership
It's-
now.
But
I think this marriage self, they are carrying the thing has belongs to
That word marriage is sacred. Well, like I said,
To
my
you.
opinion. Marriage is sacred. So if you are going to say bringing another party, a third party into that sacred,
Yeah, just to spice it up now. The person will not be living with you now.
he's wrong. I don't think you were in front of a church or a mosque or traditional whatever. You made a vow to that person, and to that person alone. You even said it, forsaking all others.
Oh, now
So
these
bringing
people.
other
No, not like that. So you see that
Some people are just giving you to call their parents say you are married.
Exactly.
And they don't say the word of
My
mouth.
point is, it is wrong.
That's why, see, wrong
maybe socially.
wrong is relative. Oh. Wrong is relative.
Wrong is wrong.
Ah, no.
There are truths and there are facts. Let me.
Your idea of wrong may not be my idea of
No,
wrong.
it's
Oh. Ah.
Yes, but some wrongs are acceptable.
No, so wrong is not acceptable. If it is
Okay.
wrong, it is wrong in all sense. If in your tribe, right, maybe eating snacks is wrong in your tribe, it is wrong to everybody that is in that tribe. Do you understand what I'm saying?
Yes, I do.
So, to all married people, cheating is wrong.
So what
Cheating
is
is wrong.
okay, hold
Because
on.
you're all in the marriage tribe. I'm just
Yes.
trying to bring it to that tribe context that I'm trying to explain now. It is wrong. But if you now say, okay, there's a type of snacks we eat, maybe akara. So everybody in that tribe can eat akara. Do you understand what I'm saying? It is different. I'm trying to bring in the point where you said it is maybe wrong is relative. I'm saying if it is in the sense of partnership now, you say, okay, we're in a partnership. We are not bounded by something. I feel marriage is you are bounded by something. Maybe in front of the church, there's a ring, there's a bride price, the dowry that has been paid on your head as a woman. You as a man, you've made a vow. You said those vows with your mouth. There was I think there's even a tribe where they tie rope around the couple.
Indians.
I think so. So that there's a
It's still an agreement. It's still an agreement. But if it's still an agreement, so what if me and the person that we tie each other?
Marriage cannot be amended.
Hey, why now?
Wait. What she said?
Marriage can be amended.
Wait now.
My
So they've agreed. They've gone home from church. They've agreed. Then after a while, the husband or let's not say the man, because people feel like maybe it's the man that is always starting this kind of stuff. The woman now said, "My husband, see, there's this guy in my office that's been entering my eye. This, that. And the guy now happens to be like, I don't understand." The guy was angry. Maybe he became angry, and the lady finally have to give him the reason why she would like to date the guy. And the guy now said, okay, let's come to a compromise. No problem. I just want to understand. I want to seek your opinion. The lady has explained to her husband, I like this guy. You are not enticing to me afterwards. And the man has said, okay, no problem. So she now started dating that guy. Is she cheating?
To me, it's still cheating.
After discussing with her husband.
No, but did the husband agree?
Yes.
No, the husband said no problem.
It's not cheating now.
That's what I'm trying to point out.
It's communication.
They discuss this together.
The only
And the man said, go ahead.
Like I said,
The man said go
Go
ahead.
ahead. See,
Like I said,
if you go to
what I said?
if you go to the court,
Go ahead.
Okay.
so you go start with,
Okay,
why is another man entering your eye?
because you are the man. Let's not deceive ourselves. You are the woman.
Have you seen that your eye, but you killed
But wait,
I don't know
video.
now.
There's this video that I saw. Ademoye, what was that lady?
Now.
She was
Okay.
confessing at the like a
Podcast.
Catholic. She was confessing. She was
Okay.
It was a movie. She said, Father God, have you seen the 5 men that they have created? Chisel, chest,
Chisel,
all those
that,
things.
yeah.
So you're saying how is that entry a high?
Of course.
Still
You
men that
people
people
see
are.
women that have bumbo, they'll
So-
look at it.
Eh.
That is where the place of
So actually,
discipline comes in a marriage.
If
As a married person, you need to be disciplined.
for
You will get people
want
that
to
will be.
discipline,
You will see. I'm not saying in the
At the end of the day, I say this marriage thing is going to
I'm
cost
saying in
me.
society now that there are no people that are doing that. There are many. I know them. I have friends that are cheating on their
if it's
husbands.
wrong,
Doesn't make it right.
Cheating is
That's what I'm
different.
saying.
Cheating is different.
There are different levels.
Okay.
Cheating is different,
To
but
get to that point,
but do you know that-
communicate to
Okay,
your husband?
wait. Do you know that there are polyamorous relationships now?
He's wrong.
Don't say that now.
He's
It's
wrong.
not
What
wrong.
say something?
I want
What
to
is
understand something.
Okay.
In the context of this conversation now, I'm a married man.
Okay.
And I will not ascribe to anything that I see as cheating and approve it. But in the context of this conversation now, I am made to understand and I know that there are extramarital agreements.
Another English for you.
That's
Yes.
it.
That is what we are talking about now.
Extramarital relationship, right?
If it
It's
happens-
an agreement.
It's not-
If it happens in the context of a marriage where the husband and the wife, you understand me, have not agreed, that's cheating.
Okay.
You understand me? But even if it happens and they are still married, that's an extramarital agreement.
No problem. Yes,
They have agreed.
They are
Like,
not cheating.
They said it's still in the context of marriage. Sorry, in the context of marriage, they are cheating. They are cheating on the institution of marriage.
Okay. So what
I
about
think he has better placed it now.
They are cheating
For them to
on
be
the
married, if
institution of
they are
marriage.
just
You understand me?
partners, they are not.
Why are they cheating on institution of marriage?
marriage.
What makes the marriage? Is it two of you that made the marriage? Now it's not the two of you.
Let me bring
Is
it
it not
home.
the two of you that made the marriage?
Let me bring you home. Let me bring you home because before you go into the institution, they tell you these are the rules. This is what you should do. Like before you go to any institution or you go to anywhere, they tell you these are the rules. Behave this way. you do this, and you verbally or orally or anywhere you affirm that I will adhere to these things.
Yeah.
So along the line now, you start deviating. You are cheating on that institution.
You're breaking the rules.
You are cheating on the agreement of the institution. But then again, when you do some other things, I don't know how to describe
When you
it.
mend the agreement.
When you mend the
Agreement is mended.
When you go to the principal or you go to the say, Oga, see you.
But what if
remove not and put if?
Oga say, see you.
go hard, but
You no go hard.
we feel run now, we feel run
It's
now.
between me and you.
What if you have to this one?
It's between me
It's between me
and
you.
you.
Don't let vice principal know.
Lobato.
So they go ahead and do it. You have breached the institution, but in that context of that agreement, you are approved. So I just feel that in this our generation, the idea of marriage has had different meanings.
Oh my God.
The meaning is people just go into it because just to satisfy
Answer Mrs.
social pressure.
Yeah.
I was watching
Family pressure too, you know.
Some people
Peer pressure.
Some people swing different ways, and because of the fact that they are very frail or they don't want to come out and declare what they just say,
What they really are, yeah.
bro, look for a woman.
As
Look
cover
for a woman
up,
for me."
yeah.
And they'll tell the woman, see, I'm gay.
Mm-hmm.
She knows right from the beginning. She'll be like, oh, okay. And they get married. The society is happy. They have 1 or 2 kids. And they move on. She'll be arranging boys for him. He'll be arranging guys for them. They do it. They fool like. So
And they still remain married.
And that,
Right?
And that,
They have an agreement.
Yes.
Within them, they are okay. You may not be okay with it,
Exactly.
but your opinion.
But it's none of my business.
Exactly.
I'm saying in this context now, you said what is my opinion? You like to hear from me, and I just said
Okay.
it. So that in my own opinion, I don't think it is okay. I don't think it is
But I won't
okay
bother
at
them.
all. If it is my family member that is doing it and I have the power
We
to
can.
stop them, I will.
Why?
But if it is not my family member, it's not
Even if
my
it's your
direct-
family
even if it's your
member,
family
why?
member,
Why?
it's
Why?
your family
Even if it's
member.
your direct brother and sister,
No,
why?
I have to talk
Because
them out.
as
No, it
Africans,
is
we have
wrong.
No, but it is their life. It is what they why?
because in
It's
Africa
wrong.
we have this indirect control over somebody.
Exactly. You know, entitlement. There's entitlement.
Yes. Anybody who are older than, or you literally know when they give birth to them, you have this indirect.
But what if
control
someone
over
that
them.
Even if
that
it's
is older
my
than
older
you?
sibling,
All the same thing.
I will
Because
still
I-
speak them.
my
I will
older
still talk
sibling.
them. Yes.
Ah, not
If
for
I will
certain.
still talk them out of it.
If you
If
can.
I can.
If
And
I
if they decide not to listen, I mean, it's your life. If let's call it, don't like it.
But you should know that that person has thought about that in the first place. You know, because you can't do what doesn't work for you. It's what works for you that you do. So even if you are going to tell that, well, you can just give your own opinion, but then it doesn't mean that you change that person because that is what the person wants or that's what's working for the person. You know, because
Exactly.
like I always say, we are all wired differently.
Exactly.
But you know, because you want
So
something
because
doesn't make it right.
Neither.
True, but then
It
because
still will not change anything.
it won't change
Because
anything.
you want
What
doesn't
seems
make it right.
Exactly.
You know what I tell people? What I say is that as long as you are not committing a crime and you are not hurting anybody, whatever you do is nobody's business.
Yes. Go ahead and do what makes you happy.
And if you are in consent, because even if you go to a court of law, the only difference between assault, rape, and all these things is
Consent.
consent. Just that one
Did he
word,
say yes
consent.
or he said
Did you say yes? Exactly. Did you agree to it? Yes, I agree. Then it's okay.
You're good.
But I did agree. 30 years
Yeah,
imprisonment.
right, okay.
But once there's consent, if you are in agreement with your partner, you are your partner, you say, let's do this. So I'm thinking this. What do you think? You know, and then I'm like, okay, let's try it. You are in consent. It's really not,
Good.
Yeah, it's really not knowing.
But
how to-
that's where the place of knowing who you are married to.
How will you know who you are married to?
But we just discussed
Like this and no, like this auntie. This auntie is coming from church.
Before
This auntie. She said you must not do
believe
it.
in doing before marriage.
Some persons don't. And I also
How do they suffer in their marriage?
Exactly. So if you don't taste the pudding, how will you know the taste?
I didn't agree. They'll give you what is what you bought in the market.
you
You
know-
know what I got.
Exactly. What I ordered versus what I got.
Like, what if you finish tasting and you know enter inside the house
You now change.
and something, you know, had probably an accident or something.
Where is she going?
That is different.
How can you think like that? correct.
No, if that person.
Know how that person is. Know if he doesn't flush toilet.
Exactly.
Know if he doesn't bath for 2 days.
How long
No,
did I live with the person before?
My husband, we lived almost a year before we got married.
Okay, did he propose then?
you see, that's why it's working. That's why you can do this, you can do
We got
that.
married.
Personally.
Now it works for you.
It worked for you.
Personally.
But me, I don't want. What if I'm living with a guy? I can't live with a guy.
Okay. Not permanently. I used to go.
No,
sometimes I go back.
Before I got married, I can count the number of times I stayed over at my husband's place.
But you still stay over.
But you still stay over.
You still taste the
still
food.
like
You
a week
still taste the
later,
food. You still taste
I
the food.
tasted.
And you saw that this food
It's sweet.
it's for keeping.
Although the tasting was
Even
not.
if you leave now.
Anybody-
Me, I can't date I can't.
Wait.
You can't stay here now.
It is not sweet. Don't let me lie.
How you
Don't let me lie for you. You will not stay there. Except for those people that stay there, they always do it outside once they enter.
But there's a way you can always know if
How?
it's going to be sweet or not.
How?
Okay. Please don't kill me.
No, I want to know how.
You haven't tasted.
Okay.
Because I mean I've not
No.
been there, so I don't know.
No. You know there's a difference between the size. You say if I don't see, I will not know the size, right? But you know, you hang out with the person. Okay, let me speak from
But you know there are
experience.
growers and there are showers. There are people that
Say it again.
there are growers and there are showers.
Hey,
Not big. By the time you think stand like this, it's not part
So
of the
that
way
is,
it is. Very
let me
soft.
so you know some people will not get to the level of saying let me see if it will stand or not.
Exactly.
Yoruba used to say there's a different way that for you to know if this guy is going to be okay, will be able to do. You can stay over, but you can abstain from sex before marriage. Some people do that. In the morning, a guy when he wakes up, they said it must.
You must be like this now.
That was the standard.
If
People with small penis too, it must stand.
what size?
No matter the size,
That is what I'm saying. Oh,
That's
God.
what makes you potent or impotent.
But the thing is that some people don't like it small. Some people they don't like it thin. Some people prefer it big. And if you say you want to abstain from sex before marriage, you hang out
And you are not
kiss,
seeing the thing.
you have foreplay
Kiss,
without
yeah, they
no, hold on, you do all those other stuff apart from having the real
Penetration.
So there are things that you will know even while you are smooching and doing things. If you notice that some people will like early comers, maybe by the time you are doing all those things, and if you notice the guy is the quick ejaculator, like kilati she. And some people,
No,
some people too. And there are some people after the first
If you read
round,
something, you can
but there are some people.
That one, there's a remedy for that one.
That after the first round, ejaculation, they can last longer.
Yeah.
But sincerely, let me speak for myself. Before I got married, I hang out with my husband. We go clubbing. We do other stuff. From smooshing and the other, I noticed the size. Okay, this is my content. This guy, right? Then there are other ways to know if this guy will be able to satisfy me or not. Like you said in the beginning, there are some places you know how to touch.
Yeah, it
Can
is
this
key.
person
That's
do
key.
it? And when I say this guy is baby, I understand that this is person I want.
Yeah.
So we did not, like I said, I slept over. But I can count, for me to tell you that, I can count the number of times I had sexual intercourse with my husband then before we got married. But there are some pointers that I saw that made me say, okay, this is a person sexually is okay for me. So there are ways you can always find out. You just go, don't say they said we should not do it. You cannot kiss. If a guy keeps telling that no, we should wait. That one. If a guy keeps saying
Baba like red flag. It's a red flag. I'm telling you, it's a red flag. It's a big red flag.
There are no rules to this thing.
They are not rules to run, but when the man is the one insistent that no, it's a lie.
For you.
might not work for another person.
Exactly. Because the person before I met my wife, the person I was dating, she never lived with me. She rarely stayed in my place.
But she comes occasionally.
She comes occasionally, then leaves. In fact, she never slept over.
Wow.
And I thought I was going to marry her. You understand?
Did you taste the pudding?
Any
I can't
place?
say that in front of my wife.
You think I know that you taste the pudding? I don't know.
Your wife.
I was joking. She knows.
Don't scold him.
She knows. So the point I was trying to make is, there are no rules to this thing. You understand me? The fact that she stayed in my place, not like she stayed every time. She was staying somewhere else. She'll come, she'll go, she'll go. She stayed more often. You understand me? And people are saying that it's not that you're staying so much. Won't you look like you don't see you finish? You understand me?
People's opinion, yeah.
Exactly. And like you also said to what works for you.
Yeah,
is what
true.
works for you. Another person if you try her. I know people who live together
At the end, they
3,
get
4,
married.
5 years.
Yeah.
You just see
Lord
one,
of the Rings.
you see one girl, 2, 3 months.
Yeah,
I
yeah.
know someone
That's the thing about courtship too. I don't like long courtship. So
The night they got married, that was the end of the marriage.
you say?
Yes.
They got what?
They dated for 3 years.
Okay, and they got married.
The wedding they got that night.
Oh,
The following morning of
Oh,
the
they did
wedding,
not-
Why?
I don't know, different issues according to the person, different issues that are coming up that night. This one was bringing up this one, everybody.
they're
was
not
like,
serious.
How?
Something is wrong with them.
Like,
Exactly.
They did Asheri, did
They should have.
hall. They were just married.
They
What was?
If I bought a schedule, they will reimburse me.
I don't even buy Asheri.
Like I will collect makeup, clothes.
Abi Ogele, everything.
Only if I traveled and
And then if you not do souvenir again.
and I slept in hotel because of the way I know you reimburse me.
Hey, but why? What were they thinking? What could have happened between? Although I've heard of.
For long courtship.
No, it's not good. It's not
Let's
good.
not even say okay.
If they're
I think
doing
they will
some
say
of
you don't
one
You
need
will know.
1 year, the person is not serious. My
Maybe when
husband
they-
even proposed to me, went to see my father.
It's a married
When is your
man.
daddy coming to Lagos? He went to see my father.
And that is serious. He knows what you want
week
to.
after, we picked dates.
Hey, you
And that
people.
was it.
You know,
That one is different.
I know it's
My
different.
husband was my friend. Then, okay, the thing was a former colleague. We're in different location, different branches. So we're just like, I even dated.
His friend.
Oh. It's not even, you don't understand. You know, that office is a big office. So anytime I go to the office, I dated a guy in that office. Then that one was known. I like something about me. I like people to be accountable. The guy was not accountable. And funny enough, I'll say, fortunately for me, there's nothing sexual between myself and the other guy.
Okay.
But I see this guy more often when I get to the office. And I love that guy. Then I dated another guy. Don't mind me.
And your husband was still there.
He was still there.
I'm sure throughout that whole experience, it was like this.
He was the
The thing is that he doesn't talk to me. You know, he was just. I didn't really take. I never took note of the person, but I say hi when I see him.
They don't talk.
They don't. Thank you. So then the other one, I was dating the guy. So anytime I go, and coincidentally, when I'm going out, or my husband now happened to stay in my area. Maybe I went to the supermarket. I just say, I know you. Hi. Then the next day, I go to the cinema. And I'm buying tickets and I see the guy. Why are you here? I say, why are you alone? Where's your babe? I say, where's your old boyfriend? Shebi, you see him in your office now. These are the Then we just started hanging out. And the next thing, my own boyfriend, we started shifting. Then you know those silence like
Spending time
they,
more with
you
this
know
guy.
you did like that.
So was it because you were spending more time with this?
Not that we're spending, but this is someone that we got talking
He
and
was filling the blank spaces.
but my boyfriend then was feeling, he was still okay, but probably he too had another high somewhere else.
okay.
So but we're not dating, but we're just friends. We attend the same church. We're just you know what I'm going
You just
to.
connect
It's
with
about
them.
this courtship matter, but we're just friends. Then the next thing, and I happened to find out that I left the company. I started working somewhere. We now have mutual friends. His friends in my office. Then my new office. Then they have. I opened up because then people didn't see my real self. You know, there's some places you comport yourself. So my new office, they knew that this guy, this is the kind of person she is. Then they will now say, I saw this babe now. You know, say, are you sure that's what she did? Then the next thing started hanging out. Are you sure that's the same person? Person that I know is like this. You don't know the side that we are seeing, but we're just friends. Then the next thing started hanging out with me and my new colleagues. They were mutual friends, they are childhood friends, and we started seeing that light. Like, oh, really? Then the next thing, that's my own colleague who happened to be in child, like, I think I'd like to date this girl. I said, are you sure? This one? I said, yes. Then the next thing, he asked me out. We're just friends. I didn't know he was going to land. You know, okay, we're dating. Sincerely, we're friends for a long while. before we now
dating.
started dating. So that period, is that still courtship before we now got married? All that friendship time. I just want to understand, because that courtship, let me know, like,
That's not courtship now. You
That
were friends.
courtship is when you
When you
define what
decide,
you are
yes,
doing.
yes.
We are dating, we are a thing, we are
That
dating.
okay. Oh. And we are going to.
okay, Shay, you want to marry me? Will you marry me?
No, you marry me as
I think courtship starts from when you have decided that
to
you want to
marry
get
the
married.
person.
Yes, not even dating. Not even dating.
Dating is
Oh,
different.
Courtship starts from maybe even when you think that okay, I want to. This is going somewhere. I want to
But
marry
it's
this
not
person.
cut now.
And then,
We date, we date.
So, but I want to understand.
We not cut now.
You be with somebody and next thing mostly comes from the women though. What are we doing?
yeah,
Where is this
exactly.
going?
Mostly come
Where
from
is
the
this going
women.
to?
Yes.
So that's when the man, because to be very frank, most times men don't really think about marriage. So most times it's the woman that prompts.
Okay, so
It's
that period that they were
question
dating,
prompts.
that they were hanging out together, is not
It's not-
courtship.
it's not courtship.
So when
It's
did
not
I get and I
courtship.
said, where are we going to? When
So
I
the
said,
man
okay,
said,
we'll marry.
No, my mother essentially said like that. I'm like, babe, I see you in my future. I see you in my future.
Doing
Then-
what?
then-
I'm on your law. I see you in my future. Yeah, Katie, I see you in my
I
future.
don't say it in those words, but she has implanted that thought in his head. So he's left with two choices. This
Okay,
relationship has
let's
to
go and
end,
meet my parents. That's-
or I have to make
So you-
grand
you-
gesture.
Wait, but
You don't suppose that say you will marry me.
no. What do you
no,
say
no,
about those?
that's-
What do you say about those who have had that conversation? And then even when the girl goes to the family house or the friends, our wife, Lori Raw, they will have our wife. If you now meet someone with this one, you now marry that person.
Manipulative tendencies. Some guys do it to
So
keep
relationship
you,
and marriage,
to keep you
Yeah, no
involved.
Yes, and they know that it's not going
So
anywhere.
why till I come?
So exactly. Yes, of
Once
white
you
like
bring up issues like, babe, where are we going to? You be like, babe, you know my family now. You know my guys.
Yes, now, everybody knows you.
Everybody
They
knows
were
you.
practically, it's a lie, you.
That bridge.
Let's see where it goes.
No, let's see how it goes before dating.
Ah.
Let's see how it goes before dating.
That one is
Before dating.
No, some of them.
That was talking stage. That was talking stage.
That's situationship.
If anybody should tell me then that let's see how it goes. Let's see how it goes.
you-
I beg, save
There was
John.
a
Go to
guy
where?
I dated. We're heading towards 2 years.
Hi.
I was
The-
Baby, what? Close
Kí
your
ló
what's
jẹ?
going on?
The vision is not clear.
Yeah, I don't know but you are not making any move. What's going on? Do you know? In less than a month, we broke up.
And you stayed till 2 years.
Because he didn't give any clear whatever. Abi.
Oh God, I cannot waste my time.
Then that means
I can't waste my
your
time.
mind was ready. You
You
are
were ready for marriage.
I just
For a woman to ask that question, she's
She's ready.
She's
Yes.
ready for marriage. And most times, if she sees that the guy is not even leading to that direction, maybe he's not even making any effort, she'll just throw up the question. And when she sees that not getting
The
necessary
response,
feedback, then she'll now start emotionally detaching.
detaching. She may still be in that relationship, but she's already
Detaching
detaching
herself.
and
making
And
plans.
two,
Yeah.
the guy too, when he sees too that so don't be like, oh, I won't marry you. And I know how to dump her. How I'll do. He too will start emotionally detaching himself. Before waiting to happen.
Very busy.
Can't they discuss it and say go your way, I go my way?
you see,
There are people that do that.
it's just easier.
Yeah.
It's easier.
A lot of human.
It's easier because the person you are still going to hurt the person eventually. So why don't you just do it now?
Some people
It's
not even
clear.
send you message.
Because most of these relationships are not based on
It's not you, it's me.
vibes.
Some will just block you.
Vibes. So they just operate on vibes and just feel that okay. Some guys want to become shitty till you just decide to leave.
Because they don't want to, so they start
They
misbehaving.
don't want to end it. Then you will want. And when you want to cause a scene, they'll be like, "Oh, you left me. You don't."
Exactly.
Things like
Meanwhile, they knew what they were
You
doing.
left. So
I wanted to, but
But going back to the topic of the day, I just want to ask, with the new generation, Gen Zs, the way they are, you think they can be communication, they can live this kind of, I feel, my own opinion, I feel Gen Zs happen to be people that are very open, they say
They are
they're
very open,
open-minded,
Yeah, they're very open-minded.
and they can have, sorry to say, institution of marriage, nothing to do with it, they are not going to fight. But one thing I feel is, they're going to, institution of marriage will be angry.
Because they are going to do
Institution of marriage, not the couple.
this Gen
he's
Z
already angry. Not like you.
I'm just saying that because
in the hands of Gen Z, they know what they want. They are
I
not
have a
even.
friend. He said it. He said, Jure, God will help me. to be faithful to my wife. He said he knows that he will cheat.
He's not married.
He just recently got married last year. I don't want to. My husband will know the person I'm talking about. He just go. We attended the wedding together. They did a very big wedding.
Elaborate wedding.
Elaborate.
But why would- but I feel like if for a guy to cheat, if you like something, before you go that route of start cheating, if you like something, it's something it still boils down to communication.
Communication.
If you like ladies that are
Discuss it.
fair or they have big bomo, nothing stop you from paying for your wife to go and do BBL. So it's something that they can
Why
discuss.
even marry someone
Nah,
just
you.
like that?
Now you. Another thing I have is that you will have respect, but you will go and marry the
You go
opposite.
and marry character.
Exactly. You will not marry character. Exactly.
You're looking outside, looking for yash.
You will marry character. You will not still be looking for
I
yash.
want character, I don't want yash. Marry
But-
character.
exactly.
Marry big yash. I'm fine face. I'm not at home. Marry a trophy wife. Oh, it's the yash I marry you. He's making my heart glad.
And you are happy.
Oh, good morning, my awesome big yash. You will rub the yash in the morning, and you will be fine. Instead of hurting people, that's just my
Honestly.
let me speak for some men, not all men.
Yes.
Alright.
Bring it on.
my gender.
Those fantasies to maybe as a guy you like natural, you like breast is the boyhood fantasy. We all had it as boys. Me, I would say it in my chest. I like breast. So
We can see.
that was so that was my fantasy. But as you grow older, your sense starts coming and you realize that there are things is beyond this. So that's why most of the men who eventually marry people who are not their types, they have outgrown their fantasies. But it comes back.
I don't believe.
No.
I don't believe. You can't go fantasy. No. I know men
They picked what they felt
was right at that time. Yes.
Exactly.
But that does not mean that they were go fantasy.
No, that's what I'm saying. I'm not saying you outgo it.
It does not mean that because when they like yash, you still not like yash.
It comes back. And that's why more often than not, the people they cheat with are those people that are in their fantasy.
Exactly. They still cheat with their spec.
So, it is not. One would think that okay, if this is your fantasy, you would have married your fantasy. But your fantasy does not have sense.
Why did you always say that? That's what you always say that.
What equals your fantasy? Be patient enough. Don't play chess.
And I feel some of them, right? I think some of them, what they do, they marry women they think are homely, let her just be at home. Let her just be
Exactly.
It's not like I love this
home,
Yes. And then the person that rocks their boat that brings life out of them, they will now be cheating with that one.
They marry sister
Keep it
Chidera.
down. I look for Cardi B outside.
No, his sister Cardi B.
Don't for Cardi B outside. Marry sister Chidera.
But that means they will start cheating.
We cheat, no me.
That's cheating.
But they will keep the sister Chimwe at home because that was homely. We take care of the children.
She
take care of me.
But when I want to distress, when I want to be myself, I go to Cardi B.
Those women will still support. They will put money at home, still drop money at home, pay for maybe some utilities in the house till he comes back from wherever the Tosha already long and still come back home.
Maybe not them back home.
Well, he's still.
There are a lot of things in that place. So, see that gender.
I know that we have bad PR. But it's not our fault.
It's the fault of what?
It's just some few men that are very responsible.
Don't say few.
Few.
A lot of millions.
See, it's
of
not few.
If you actually get some single ladies, right? Myself, let me speak for myself. There's some very recently a married man actually approached me and I don't know where that patient came from, but actually sat down
to listen.
and I was like, okay, I know his wife. And I'm like, okay, so if you're coming for me now, to what end? Okay, fine. I know that marriage is not inside this one. Okay, so why did you marry your wife?
He said if he had met you earlier.
Yes.
He said he's married.
Oh, my wife, she's just there.
I lived in an estate.
We don't have sex. We don't do it. She's just
there.
there.
Married to my husband. I live in an estate. In that estate, every morning when I go to work, nothing less than 2 to 3 men to walk from my house to the main gate. Nothing less than 2 to 3 men, as early as 5:30, 6 a.m.
Why are you walking?
They will stop. I'm walking, trekking to the
Right.
gate.
Okay.
They will stop their cars. Where are you going? In fact, one took me to my office. That's not his way. He carried me to the front of my office in VLA.
They've been a man.
Dropped me.
Yes,
Just to go back to his
Your
office.
gender.
Imagine.
One told me he's about to divorce his wife.
You don't know.
And I like. They are happily fine. I saw them one day. I don't want to mention the name of the estate. Maybe this person might be watching. I don't want to open his mouth up.
It might not just be only him. It will just
If his wife and his children, I saw them in the estate, one supermarket in the estate, shopping on a Sunday afternoon.
And the
Laughing and
Our eyes jump. We like say no, me. I say
nah, so nah.
So you say men? I don't know if it's
Well,
the thing
sorry.
between their legs that controls their minds.
Fall for those things.
You said
There are women that fall for those
women fall
things.
for those things.
Yes.
Like you know the dude is like you said now.
No, she has sense. I have sense. Not so many women have sense.
Exactly. And then you know some other women, it may not be that they don't have sense, but it may be that
some of
it's
them
what they want.
shows.
No, it's what-
people like married women. They feel they have.
Yes, they say married men,
They are
you know
more
how to
mature,
take care, they are
women,
women, they are more
all that.
mature, and they won't stress them like single
They don't
guys.
think of him cheating because he's already married.
Exactly.
His wife of them, and there are women like that.
Yeah, some people are like that.
Why are you laughing?
Yes,
Why is it true now?
in fact, the young Gen Zs of these days, they prefer married men.
Laughing.
I've not heard that honestly.
Are you serious?
This was one of the conversation I had with the man, and I said, "So, I'll be in my house, and probably I feel like talking to my man by 2 a.m.
You cannot now. Who
Even
born you?
if
Who born you?
your man is single, why you dey call your man 2 a.m.?
Yes.
Be 9 corner.
My kind of person, that's why I'm just waiting because I know that God created him.
No.
He's available,
He will not be sleeping. Your mom will not be sleeping.
but he's going to understand.
Sometimes don't just sit there, you have to take it from somebody.
So I'm not.
I'm telling you.
That one is deep.
Body.
Now what am I doing?
Don't just sit down there because he might just be sitting there getting say like there you go. But you can just
No, but the aim is for somebody that actually understands. I feel like I can be very extreme, right? Personally, I can be very extreme, and I just want somebody that will understand. I don't want to, when I call you, feel like I call you like 3 times in a day, and you feel like I'm bugging you or something. I'll just block you. Yes, like let's just let's know. See, I can't be like that. That's why I said I can't even. For me, I cannot even think of married man girl because I like attention.
Attention, yeah.
Oh,
Jesus Christ.
every lady like attention.
Every woman.
All women, yes,
No,
all women like
No, I
attention.
actually have a friend. Like I have a friend that even as a female, if I call her like 2 times in a week, or let's say if I call her 2 times in a day, I already know that she's intentionally not picking my call because she does not like the attention.
You're a woman, probably
Even from her boyfriend, even from her
I
boyfriend, like even from her.
don't want her fundamental. I'm sorry.
No, she doesn't like
It's fundamental. It's fundamental.
So there's some persons that don't like the attention. There's some persons that feel like, oh, don't get me.
You are disturbing me, yeah.
But just wish maybe she feels she doesn't deserve it.
Maybe.
This
He
one-
feels choked.
She feels she
She
doesn't.
feels choked,
Choked.
not like she doesn't deserve it. This person I'm talking about, she has a degree in self-love. So it's not like you
Is
say
that
she's-
actual course?
she's
From which university?
no, like not even a degree, like she's aware, she's self-aware.
Oh, okay.
Like,
But you know, it's possible that is that degree in self-love that is
so
part
if-
of the problem.
She's too self-aware.
She's still self-aware. Like,
God,
I'm too enough for myself.
no, but then she doesn't like that so much attention. So when you say every woman likes attention and all, I would say no.
But attention
But
is a
she
woman
married
thing.
off.
No?
It's a woman thing.
No, she's not.
She's single.
Yes.
Oh,
The way
that's
she says
why.
it.
She said, meaning that
That's why she said.
But really, like I always say, not everybody will marry. Not
Actually,
everybody
that's
must
true.
Not
marry.
everybody will marry.
You know, not everybody will marry. Not everybody must marry.
Some
You
people
know,
will be in partnership.
in partnerships.
And
You know,
to bring up
married
partnership.
people will
have
be
agreements.
extramarital.
agreement. Oh my God.
And in the end, we'll all be fine.
Yes, so we'll all be fine. But then,
Those people, I hope she actually gets to hear this. They should sit down and have a conversation. The lady that posted what she posted, they should sit down and have a conversation. I feel it is workable.
Yeah, that's what I want to hear.
I feel it is workable.
Yeah.
yes, I also
feel
think
it's
it is
workable.
workable.
If they both
Yes.
agree to work it through, if they are both agree to, oh, okay, let's not do this thing again. Individually, let's not do it. Together, let's not do it. Fine. Or together, let's do it and even do more.
Do you think if they sit together, let's not do it, they'll really not do it?
If they say together, let's not do
Let's
it.
not do it. You really
So
No. I think that ship has sailed. That one cannot work.
to do orgy.
$1,000,000.
You see,
Not the naira,
The
dollars.
man will do it.
That's why I said it's an agreement
Next
between
time you
them.
go
If they
read
now
it.
feel,
You will really go.
Exactly.
what if the wife that somebody that sponsored the flight or something, she now gets Abuja?
Abi Oshi to see all expenses.
So that
But
one.
basically, it's just their agreement. And then, if they now have an agreement to not, and probably one partner catches the other one doing it,
Then they
you
can call
cannot
it
say
quits.
it's cheating.
That's cheating, and they can go their separate ways.
But
if
you
they
know,
agree-
like there's also one thing that I know that there's no vacuum in life. You know, that one is clear. There's no vacuum in life. It's something, like I always say, if you are not talking to somebody, it's because you are talking to another
Somebody else.
person.
Yeah.
There's really no vacuum, you know. So if you are going to stop something like that, something as profound as that, it's not everybody that can do audio. You can still do three songs, but orgy,
Do you
it's
know
not
what
everybody.
orgy is? 50 people at the same time.
No, it's not to 50.
There are many. There are many.
No. See, that's not what it means, though. You don't have to have sex with all of them.
Just-
Yeah.
In the room.
Yes,
Many
you
people in the
can.
room. You can have sex with as many as you want.
Yeah.
I know that is not an orgy.
Yes.
I'm saying, do you know how many people she must have had sex with that night?
Well,
Stopping
Maybe
it.
there's a five.
no, if it no be, she may not have as much as 5. She may not have.
They used to do orgy.
They will serve Viagra before they
Yes,
Yes,
because
they
are
serve
the
the
weed,
herbs, yes.
drugs. Different. It's not clear eye.
It's possible.
It's so less than 5
It
minutes.
may not have happened like that. It's possible, but it may not have happened.
It's possible it may not have happened like that. And then you know that there are different types of orgies. You can see who do orgy 10 people. It doesn't have to be 50 people. But as long as it's more than 3 people, it's orgy.
And the reason why I feel that it will work is because the third party is not involved. The third party involved, like maybe
Have
the
cast.
boss, maybe the husband's best friend caught her, or
Sister.
caught it.
Outside that shack.
Outside
finished.
pressure will start.
Why is that guy there too? His friend.
He is single. I'm just putting him in this.
What if he's married?
I'm saying. You know,
I mean, let's be realistic.
See, I do have one.
No,
I have one story. You know, because I'm even now thinking that it's even possible that this guy will not even go and call family meeting. Let me tell you this story. This one too, they are a married couple, but it was after they got married that the wife found out that the husband is gay.
Oh, okay. This one is normal.
That Shegbo is normal. That the husband
It's
is
normal.
gay, you know. And then how did she even find out? I think maybe she caught him, maybe his boss or something like that. But she found out that the husband is gay. And then the husband, you know, spoke to her, begged her and all that. And she let it slide, you know. And they were moving on like that. She even helped him because she was highly placed as well. So she helped him with contracts and they were moving on fine. And I think they had 1 or 2 children, you know. But at this point now, the man is gay. The man is not
Satisfying the woman. So let me pick it from there. Let me add my own agenda. Assuming the guy now, the man is not is not performing his duties, and the lady now decided to be doing it outside.
That's
getting
what
it
happened.
outside.
That's what
And
happened.
a friend. Hold on. She now attended an orgy party, and a friend
Of the husband.
of the husband. Even at orgies, there are some people that will swing as gay now. They will
yes,
be there.
now, yes,
Yeah.
So
yes.
she now sees the sincerely said, No, you cannot say we are not. We are in this.
Wait now, wait.
Situation now. This game man.
So this game man now. This game man now.
He has no say.
The woman now started an affair, you know, and the somehow the husband shall got to know. Do you know what he did?
He called family meeting.
He called family
I mean,
meeting.
expose him there now. What on do photo?
I don't understand.
Expose him there.
He called family meeting.
In most cases, the family are aware.
Exactly.
The man's family are aware.
In most cases, they always aware before the wedding that
or his own family.
Maybe they call both families.
family meeting. That is why. So the woman was like, so she too came out for help.
That's the freedom she needs.
She came out for help.
Exactly.
What should she do?
I'm very sure the fear of people not knowing, family members not knowing was
You know
not
that
married.
you know that first of all, this is our society that
Because
was
it's embarrassment. Because
Exactly, that you're married to gay.
if the female in the society that actually bear the brunt of
I'm telling you.
of course.
And do you know the man now asked for divorce? Oh. He called family meeting, he asked for divorce. And then the sister of the husband, who was even part of the people begging her, that came to beg her when she found out that don't do this. So it's a family no. That please cover her shame, blah blah blah. She's even the one handling the divorce.
She should go. She should be happy.
But they shouldn't have done that. They shouldn't have
No,
done
it's
that.
wrong.
It's very wrong to call family
She
meeting.
has 2 children. She doesn't need to remarry. Mama, live your life. You have your kids to look at.
Walai.
Live your life. Enjoy whatever you want to enjoy. Swing either woman or swing man.
Walai.
Anyway, you
I'm
want
happy man.
Because I mean, so aside partnership and companionship or whatever it is, whatever goal you as a woman and a man have to come together to marry. Another reason why people get married is to procreate.
Okay, yeah.
So if you have children, you already have two children to your name, you give birth to them. So I think 2 kids are enough. She has 2 kids to her already, to her name already. She should enjoy her life till death carries her away from this life. She should not commit to any man again. She should not commit. She should not commit. She has 2 children. They can co-parent properly, very well. Spend time with me. You go to your father. You spend time with him.
Exactly.
And
Co-parents.
you're okay.
And I feel the whole concept of relationship and marriage has bad PR. The people who are singing shege are the most vocal.
The band is too loud.
The people who are singing shege, people who are suffering are the most vocal. People who are
But they are also they are more.
What makes
The people who are enjoying this are not as much as the people who are singing.
A lot of people are actually
It's
busy.
bad things that makes news now. If they say somebody, it's bad things that
you
makes
cannot go and
news.
watch television.
What's the idea of bliss?
No, okay, see, I'm not saying that a marriage is that is smooth, but everything is going smoothly. They are not unhappy with each other. They are fine, you know.
But what if some people are just covering it up?
Because you will not know. You will think they
I
are
don't want
fine.
you to know. Do you think I'm happy?
Yes.
Or what if I'm not happy?
You will not know.
I will not come and tell
Because
you.
you get inside that information and you'll be sure like, no, are you serious? And they'll be doing, Instagram, WhatsApp, TikTok. You will think.
The same way these people that are having it bad in their marriages are loud about it, right?
Exactly.
The same way a lot of people that are not having it bad in their marriages, they are not loud about it because first of all, we all have this ideology of no go loud your marriage.
Before
Make
you
person
spoil
spoil your
your
husband or
But if you lie that not true now, then it goes spoil.
Like the one that came out that was saying that my husband, every time he wants to have sex with me. Every time. What's
Hey, where some people are looking for?
People are looking for you.
Catch that man now.
Okay. Hey,
He always said his husband single, you know?
is your husband single?
Things like that, so when I said, wait. Can you just put his phone number? Let's advise him. Let's advise him. Let's advise him personally. You know, things like that. So she feels that's a problem, but to other people, that's not an issue. That's what I want.
That's what I want,
Do
exactly.
you understand me? So all these things are relative. What this person sees as shaggy, this person sees it as
Prayer points.
prayer point.
Prayer
You understand me?
point.
What is what he sees as prayer point? This is what he sees as
As
shaggy.
testimony.
So everybody is winging it. Everybody is just trying to make sense of this whole thing we call life. So basically, I just feel like I said, people who are seeing what we all generally will call bliss should at least be vocal. Like, if you know, my husband knows.
But what if some people post it and say they are loud in it? People are now beefing them.
Yes, now.
No, they will come
I
online.
saw somebody that posted
They will say
her
no.
wedding or something. I think the wedding was just some few hours, and people were already saying somebody, your husband that will still cheat. Your husband that will
You know, from the place of negativity, people will say,
There was one I saw. Even people started posting. Somebody posted what the husband chatted her on Snapchat like a week prior to the wedding. Man, I was like, really unnecessary.
okay, I wanted to say that too, because you don't say,
What's the point?
not the front be this.
You
this kind of thing.
Your husband
People don't have joy. They don't even, and it may not even be true. You know, they just want to, like, you don't have the right to be happy. Why should you be happy?
Because society says that
Yes.
you must not be happy.
Take a
If you
screenshot,
bring
snap
your
it.
happiness online, they will look for something to
To
destroy
spoil
it.
it for you. That is
So,
that
The
lie.
other person
that's
don't
the
want to
reason
bring
why.
out- put out their marriages out.
Yes.
Mm.
The other person will just, this is
Another,
this one when
another reason is
Make a document.
another reason is like I feel, you know, like you don't want to go and maybe somebody bring out what is under
The carpet.
under the
Or
carpet.
skeletons in the
Yeah, especially when you have.
Imagine you post your loving husband or loving wife.
my husband took me on a dinner.
Somebody will now comment, Toby someone is sleeping, tell her from office.
After what
Exactly.
we
You
did
know.
last night.
You now start, you now under the comment section, you now be like this.
Your
Mike
parents-
Ekong,
You
who
need
is
to have to go for trouble by yourself.
Mike Ekong, who is Sarah?
Exactly.
You off comment section.
Oh my God.
Misery loves company, basically. So
Yeah, misery loves company. Oh, I'm telling you, and people like. I just discovered that people like bad news.
that's why
It's
that's
People really
why
like it. Like, yeah, gist is gist.
Just
Have you heard?
Add the premium. Premium.
that's why if you don't have lights, you are more comfortable.
Oh,
Okay,
God.
those guys don't get lights. Okay. I bet-
Exactly.
Me
Oh.
too, I don't get lights. Everyone don't get lights.
Imagine you don't have life, someone have life. I know how that thing is to be painful. That
I don't get lights.
Or a student, you check the results on the board and you see,
I fail.
I bet how many people fail?
What you said, I did it.
So even if they ask you what's your result, you won't say I feel. Say
A lot of people fail. Yeah, they never. Yeah, that man is a sadist. He failed everybody. So it will be like. It will be like he's only. Oh my God. Anyway, relationships, marriage. Like I always say, it's not for the weak.
Nah.
It's not for the weak at all.
When
But
you learn every day, there's no template.
yeah, there's really no template, no manual. Like even for life, I say that too. That you know. God was supposed to, as you are coming, you come with your manual. Fan come with manual. AC come with
you are
manual.
just winging it.
As you are come with your manual. Okay, at this point, okay, this is what's happening. Okay, you know, honestly, life will be easier.
Talking to her about parenting. That why is she doing this? That she doesn't do this with her own kids. So
Yeah,
she
it's
said,
you now.
this person has never been born before. I've never been a parent before. So I'm learning to be a parent. Child is also learning to be a child to me.
Exactly.
So we are both
learning,
learning
of
from each
course.
other. So whatever mistakes we make, we've
not
learned from it.
Yeah.
However that child felt, have learned it.
Mhm.
The child has learned how my reaction was to that thing. So everybody is just
Everybody's learning. That's why I don't like people that call themselves life coach. What do you mean life coach? I've never been to this life before. I understand. We are all here for the first time, and we are all navigating. We are all trying.
Those
Nobody
guys
say
are-
life coach you.
Those guys are just trying to make your terrible situation seem more manageable. That's why I feel they do, because you are not been on this set.
You're not now.
how old are you, sir?
Exactly, and they too, they have their own. They have their own.
Even 95 years old is doing life coach. You've lived 90 something years. How many decades is that?
Abio, you will still have some advice to give. Yes,
Well,
that's
somebody
okay.
that is 30, I mean, what is wrong with you?
Abi, 40, you are saying life coach.
No, some people are saying things that you are not saying.
Like what?
Premium shaking.
Premium shake again.
Shege is relative, oh.
Exactly.
Ah.
Shake it to you is an opportunity. to
You will
somebody
see,
else.
you are saying shege. When you hear somebody, you go,
Good. I saw this interview when they were interviewing this artist. one of his artists was saying they were taking him in the car. He was like, he was passing through Omole. He was like, I used to trek from Omole to Ogba. No,
Kenny.
I used to trek.
That's not far now. That's not far.
He said I used to trek from. Is it Okera?
Okay.
Okera to Omole.
That's not far too.
It's from Omole. And I was going to the comment section because I knew what I was expecting. So
Kenny.
And Nigerians have we have a degree of measuring suffering.
Exactly.
Somebody will tell you that he has gone from Lagos to Ibadan. What are you talking about? Kill us, sir. Jogging, yeah.
Yeah, so you train from Okera to Omole. It's not far now. So Shege is relative. So
Shege is really
what
relative.
you call Shege is what the other person is surviving
Every day, and does not even see it as
coaches, right? Probably there are some persons that feel or they think they don't have the will to push on or to go on.
Maybe.
And that's
that's true. People don't see a way out.
Probably it's more like you having another head.
Yeah, that's what he
To
said.
hold your neck, yeah, that's what I was saying.
So basically, that's just what life coaches are for. They're not saying, "Oh, I've experienced everything," or "I have more experience," or "I know everything."
you can't do everything.
They're just trying to
Exactly.
like guide you, help you.
Yeah,
They're not
well.
making the decisions for you. in most cases.
Help you on what basis?
Now you might have a situation you're facing, and
You don't see a
you
way
might
out.
approach it from an emotional point of
But you
view.
know, it's only
Not being
if
judgmental.
you have been there, if you've had the experience
You
I've
can
had,
ask
that
something
you
to
can
tell
give me
somebody.
something. If you have not had the experience I've had, you really cannot tell me anything.
Exactly.
No. And that's the beautiful thing. There are sometimes that because of your experience, you might not be able to see something that, let's say you want to take a decision that might actually be very daring and probably cost you your life because you are being emotional in the now. But if you have someone you can actually talk to about this thing and the person tells you, okay, are you thinking about this other possibility? Are you thinking about this other thing? You can take a step or two backwards
To rethink.
and rethink about it or
Evaluate
re-strategize
it.
or something.
So you don't make an
You
emotional
don't eventually
damage.
make that very daring or damaging situation decision just because you had someone to talk to about it.
Well, that's if the person has been there and survived it. So
Sometimes
you will tell me that,
Lady life coach.
I've been here and this is what I did, this is what happened, this is how I navigated and all that and all that. Because some things I have experienced, even you have not reached there. You have it.
sometimes you don't even need somebody I'm talking from.
Are you a life coach?
I'm a social worker.
Oh.
Yes. So most times.
Oh my God.
Most times.
So they do social work in Nigeria.
See, if from what you're saying now, the logical, that's motivational.
Exactly.
Life coach.
Motivational speaker is talking.
That's not.
No. It's embedded, right? It's more like I'm trying to make you see a reason to push, right?
If all you are doing is, okay, don't be emotional about it. You know, there are possibilities in this thing you are going through. That's motivation. If you're not telling me, you add an
That's why I
F,
said it's
okay, come and do
embedded.
summer school. I will support you with this summer school, or come and do summer school. Your school is doing summer school. You can get your A through summer school, and all you're doing is just telling me don't feel bad about your F. You know, next semester or
So
next
it can be better.
read. That's motivation.
It's
That's not like that's
embedded.
not coaching.
No, it's embedded. It's okay. You come to me as a coach, right? Let's say you're going through something, and I'm like, don't do it now. Do it like this, without emotion, without trying to like guide you. I don't know how to
Empathize with you.
empathize with you or
Yes,
something.
this is not empathy now.
Motivation is inside.
The life coachism. Or the life coaching.
Right? It's part of it. I encourage people. I encourage you.
Aside encouraging people,
What's the encouragement? Not the motivation.
that's what I'm saying.
Eh.
Aside the motivation and the encouragement, what else is in the profession of the life
Do you bring
coach?
solutions?
Exactly. Solution.
The job of a life coach is
Mhm.
not to make decisions for you.
But do you bring
It's to
options?
guide
The
you
only guy.
to make
Just
a
guide
decision
you.
that will be
But
appropriate.
let you see
You
other
to guide you to
decision.
make decisions.
Do you
You
bring
must
the
have
option?
laid down series
Yes.
of solutions.
Exactly.
I'm
Yeah,
saying
they are laying
there's a
down series of
possibility.
solutions.
There's a
Exactly.
possibility if you do this, if you do this, there are things that can come out of all of this rather than
See,
just hanging yourself.
Okay.
Most times-
Because what I thought
times,
you were saying before
Most
was
times, we know what to do.
Exactly.
We know what to do.
Sometimes we know what to do, but we just need
We need a second voice. We need
Validation,
a second
validation.
We need
And most times we want this voice to come from somebody that we feel knows or
someone we feel has been there.
not just
Has been there.
No, there's some person that you feel like there's some person that will take their pastor, for instance. Oh, your pastor is not having a bad marriage.
How do you know it's
you
not
perceive
it?
how
do you know?
your pastor to have a peaceful marriage, right?
Perceive, yeah.
And then you have an issue with your husband. Why do you think that most people will always go to their pastor for counseling?
And then what
see,
always
that's your pastor, that's personal. But a life coach, I don't know you before.
No,
you just say
no,
you're a life
pastors.
coach.
No, pastors actually.
Hold on.
Who's a life pastor? You are
This
representing
is
the
where-
church. You know the pastor. You've seen that man preach over and over and over and over again.
And even
Right?
at that,
They are almost part of your life. Your
you don't
day-to-day
just
life.
pick a life
But
coach
you are
somebody
online.
just
Wait, I'm
pointed
trying
out.
to make a point. You're online. You see, you're scrolling through your Instagram. You're going through something. You know, this algorithm. Listen to us sometimes.
Yeah.
Maybe you're talking.
Yeah.
About so and then it comes your way, and then you say that life coach. I can't go to a life coach. I'm just seeing on
No.
my phone to make
Nobody will
decisions,
do that,
life
right?
decisions for me.
That's why I said for a life coach, you don't just
These random
you
people.
don't pick. You pick people that you feel they resonate with you at some
Alright.
point. You get to meet people to coach you on what you feel. It's just like I want somebody to coach me on a business, right? Let's say I want to go into the fashion industry and look for a coach there. You don't go to meet a Ishmeda because he's prospering in that field.
But he may have advice to give you. He may have something to tell you.
He may, yes, but you feel more attracted to somebody in your field, working.
Even if the person is in your field and
Right.
you don't have maybe I'm
There's
just on
not
my
a
own.
one person
Mentor. Like a mentor.
There's not
Yeah, mentorship is still different.
It's different
Mentorship
from
is
life coach. That's
Yes,
the
yes.
point.
That's what I'm
Mentorship
saying.
is different.
See, my own opinion on these things is it's an open field. There's a mentor, there's a life coach, there's a motivational speaker. So all these are different compartments.
As long as it's bringing
You
money to
understand
the
me?
table.
And the whole goal,
we should
the whole
have
goal,
money to
the
pay.
whole goal, one, to the person who is motivated needs to make money. One,
Exactly.
And two,
Very important.
to lead you to that thing that you seek. Because even a guidance counselor, all of them, they are the same thing.
Yeah.
They are all heading towards.
Everything.
See, I'm trying to buttress that point that where she said you need validation from someone you know or you think has experienced
Yes,
something
what
like
you
that.
have
Exactly,
Yes.
exactly.
Who has
I'm
grown
trying to
from
say-
that?
I'm trying to say,
Yes.
if you don't think, how am I supposed to?
That's why I said
deviated.
you meet somebody that
We've actually
resonates,
deviated.
like,
I'm finding
do you
the
get what I'm
right
saying?
word to
If
use.
you are meeting, if you're
If I don't know
going
that-
for a coach,
Let's use Pastor Weye as an example. If you don't know that Pastor Weye is, or we've not experienced him firsthand, and somebody said go and meet Pastor Weye, I don't think we would have gone.
That's what she's
If we
saying.
are
She said you naturally resonate with somebody. One, referrals. Two, you have genuinely experienced their goodwill.
you experience, you see things about them. It's just like saying, oh, I like this person. I heard that he does this, and I feel like this person can actually show me or talk to me about this particular issue.
Exactly. Hey, good. Let me give an example now. I don't know if you know pastor.
If the person is thriving in that issue.
There's this pastor
There's
that
definitely going to be a connection. You know that this person is for you.
I don't know if
All right.
me.
They
If
say,
I don't make
it's so hard. I'm telling you.
A lot of Nigerians, girl, they're not open to counseling.
That's it.
They're not
That's
open
Yeah,
to
true.
mentorship. We're not open to coaching. A lot of
everything is
Nigerians.
taken to God in prayer.
might not take it to
Even God in prayer. Even God in prayer. Because like you said, your pastor, even sometimes, your pastor may not have been where you are. And then what is going to, the counseling is going to give you is from the Bible. And sometimes
And
it's not all the time that it's the Bible that you need.
It's your sense.
Yes. But then they'll be quoting scripture.
I'll just go to my pastor.
They'll be quoting scripture. I'll tell you
My
it's
husband is
well.
not
But then
doing
that's
the
not
right
what.
thing.
Exactly. What is my pastor? Yes.
I'm not going to pray.
They'll say first and pray. Yes. Only right now. They say. Only we can teach you all things.
Please, no,
The Holy Spirit can, but I'm sure we'll not want to have that.
How
conversation.
now?
Only we can teach you
How
sex.
Holy Spirit teach you sex?
Yes, now. You have touched it before.
Please, can we not?
Let's not go there. Please,
Let's not go there. Holy Spirit can know.
Oh my God.
Okay. Oh.
Teachers all.
Only
Teachers all.
they say you can. Oh, it's alright.
I like to share this thing very well. It was the Holy Spirit that taught me to make a good system. Very funny.
Did he tell you to go to YouTube?
No, not YouTube. It's funny.
Oh,
Yeah, it's YouTube.
Okay.
Back when I was in school, I was in this kind of.
what language did you speak?
It's very funny. It's very
Stop!
Maggie. No.
Oh yeah. Let's hear.
That's not what you think it is.
Oh yeah, let's hear.
No, but
Starfish. No,
I was in school and I was in a fellowship and we had like this get together like in my fellowship. And
I don't know.
my mind, they put me in the committee and my mind was like, you know, how to cook, so you go try go markets, do the market errands very well, so that when you come back, the mamas, you know those mamas that they used to, the mamas will do the cooking. And trust me, I'm the last in my house. And then I had this hot water bomb. At some point, my dad was like, nobody should send me to the kitchen.
so that's what you did.
So the best I can do at some point is boil water, noodles, rice, then maybe fry stew. That very day, we came back, and I don't know what gave them inspiration. I was again, so Lord, what are we going to do? Should we boil the meat? And I'm like, hey, so I will now come and open my mouth and tell all these generational people here that I cannot cook. That's for you, it's not. And then my other
No, it's not me. Me, I can cook very well. I have only to testify. But there was a lady in my office. She said it. I can't cook. She's engaged. She said she has a man that cooks for her.
It works for her. Then I told myself, and then my other sister, she likes to cook. Jesus Christ. In fact, she will close her eye. Whatever she puts inside the pot,
To share come out right.
and I was like, I tried to call her. She was in a prayer meeting. She was unavailable. I said, okay, Holy Spirit, let me hear you.
Why are you laughing? God.
I want to hear the sound.
I sincerely do not know how I made that soup. But the procedures and everything, I don't know how it came out, but it came out pretty good that people were even like, Eva, don't finish, oh. But soup, they said, no worry, bring the soup and go buy Eva. Bring the soup. I was like, Jesus Christ, like really. That was my first attempt at the soup.
You have not told us. You have not told us how we spoke to you yesterday.
No.
Okay.
You can't go wrong with it. Well,
You can't go wrong with it.
You can't go wrong with it.
See, if you put the goose inside the pot before you put the oil, or you pour the oil,
It's you that know that one. Excuse me.
So far as salt and Maggi no jam.
exactly.
It's not too much.
It's you.
Let's see.
It's me said yes.
Let's see if it's come
It's
out.
better. It's you that know that one.
But from that moment, you have not told me. I've not heard how Holy Spirit did it. You have not told me.
You don't know.
You have not said how it said it.
For us to have done it.
See, the Bible says he inspires us. Right?
Yeah.
He inspires us. He gives you thoughts, right? Most times when you feel, oh, I'm seated and you feel like, oh, let me do this. Most of the times, some ideas that we get, or most ideas we get, if you
Just come from
understand the place of the Holy Spirit.
See, I get where you're coming from, but there's some things that Christ, see, we're made in his image, right?
Mhm.
He has embedded in us from when we're born. It comes naturally. It comes with you as a person, as a human being, right?
Mhm.
Maybe you're trying to make a decision, or maybe at work, you have something very difficult. You're like, Holy Spirit, please just help me. And then you get an idea. I understand that. But when it comes to basic skills like cooking, or basic skills like sex, what are the basic human needs? Sex is part of basic human needs. So I don't think the Holy Spirit will now come
Holy Spirit
and
can do
inspire you
it.
and say,
He has not.
my son, tickle the clitoris. Or my son, put it deep inside.
He will not say it like that. He might not say it like that.
The top, tickle the. See, we know that the clitoris is we know that the clitoris, right? Is one of the sensitive parts of the woman.
Yeah,
I'm
definitely.
trying to get to a point.
The powerhouse.
I'm trying to make a point, right?
Okay.
See, the Holy Spirit should not take you out to control your fingers.
You
or
can
how
never
to do your
tell.
tongue when you're eating it.
Oh!
Do that.
You can never tell,
Tickle the
no.
balls. Do that.
Holy Spirit
Do
can
they
do
have
that.
to tickle the balls?
You don't say it like that.
Oh,
nah.
Chineke.
Does Holy Spirit tickle balls? How will Holy Spirit know?
See, don't go that way. Let's not go that route. Let's not go that route.
Interested in every little thing, every little thing.
Yeah, you should call him into
I
it.
was in Abeg one day and
He said, get down.
don't even get down. I like to sit and like put like my leg outside like
Okay.
I was ready to worry and I saw how large it can be and I like to like practice like any one of my skills. So I put my leg outside and I had it very clear, like take your leg inside. I didn't.
See, that is very, very
That's clear.
applicable.
Yes.
I understand.
Yeah,
It happens.
that
That one
one
happens, yes.
You order something.
You just say move.
Let me give you a scenario. Sorry, you know what?
My last toe here now, it breaks like.
Okay,
Let me give you a scenario whereby Holy Spirit. Let me say, give you an insight. Maybe how Holy Spirit can do it.
About when
Let me tell you. What if
No.
look at a virgin. The man is a virgin, the woman is a virgin. They are both spiritual, as in no sex before marriage, nothing like that. Apart from biology and the one that we did, the secondary reproductive organs and the likes. They got married, and when they now want to do it, they will pray. Teach us the right way. I'm just giving an insight.
I'm sorry. I'm sorry. People can, we have different beliefs. You can believe that if you tell the Holy Spirit to teach you, he will definitely teach you.
Yeah, I believe
So
so.
that's why we have mobile phones. Go to X videos.
Hey, Holy Spirit, we
The Holy Spirit teach you things that are basic.
Oh, seriously.
You feel it is basic.
Holy Spirit is supposed to be in everything.
You really need to pray about. I'm like, God, please just leave me.
Because Holy Spirit teach me to be able to satisfy my husband.
The same way we
Then
pray
Holy Spirit can say,
to
read
God
this
that
book.
God, please let there be light when I get home. What God does not have any business with that.
With that.
With me having
We know let there be light when I get home. Let there be light. Yes, it is your country that is now. It's not God.
That's my point.
But because we have become so religious, everything.
Holy Spirit teach me how to do my husband right.
Everything we just teach Holy Spirit.
I don't know about
right by your
As in, Holy Spirit teach me how to
Satisfy
very well,
well.
satisfy him. Then Holy Spirit can say, you know what?
I
You
don't
can.
know, but-
See, let's not go that route.
Holy Spirit will not answer you. The only thing they taught us is one, and it's missionary. All of you want
Why you dey carry on?
all of you want to add many things. So,
But me also. Holy Spirit, no. Well, do you know in the Bible? Let me even ask you. In the Bible, did they say where you should go to? It was nowhere written. It wasn't written anywhere in the Bible.
That's why we don't use Bible to have sex now. I don't need to have sex. You don't use Bible to have sex.
You really don't. No, but you know Sons of Solomon too. You have some.
it's Old Testament.
Okay.
And they said, oh, the hole, right? Which of the holes? Ha. Please,
Special
let's.
one.
But God,
See, we said we are not going.
naturally,
Let's not go there. Let's not go there.
when you're in that
Maybe
mood,
here.
come back.
Maybe here.
If you meet in any other hole except one,
Come back.
that's the right one.
Because that's the old that we have been made to believe that okay.
Thank you.
This is the only hope.
No, no.
But there are several holes.
Because that's the only one
That's
that
as-
is production.
No, but it's not even.
So is
So it's sex
so sex is it just for reproduction alone?
Wait, now
But
as
it
a
can-
human being,
You
you
see now.
God,
They are so bad.
God, this song was all about.
I'm sorry,
They say it's because of
Please,
sex.
like for Bible.
please, can we be
If we
Can we
don't
be
concern, we use
expressive
that
on
to
this?
Have you read the Old Testament?
Can we be expressive?
What are
Be
you
expressive.
expressive?
Okay, no, how to measure some kind of
Our voice
thing.
don't change.
When you are horny, what gives off the fact that you're horny is your vagina.
Yeah.
So I feel that is the only place as a woman where you're supposed to have sex.
Mm.
In your ears, you don't feel anything deep.
How do you know? Have you tried?
No, not when you
Have you tried?
After you penetrate now. Even before you became
When you are
even
cheating,
I was a virgin.
wait, when you are cheating, don't you feel some things?
You know.
It's a lie.
When the thing drop, uncle.
You don't feel anything now. I don't know.
He said, "Tom."
It's too now to move inside the
I know when it's coming out.
No, I don't feel anything.
The question let's come back.
Let's come back.
Where are they talking?
Before you were before I was
Like,
virgin. Wait,
We had a
that's the place that you feel, even as a virgin, that's the only place you feel some sort of, sensation.
You
So I
know-
think that
because the clitoris is there. The clitoris is there.
The
So
clitoris
that
is there.
so you
exactly.
can.
So that's I feel.
Don't
and I
say
think
anything again. Let's go
as
back home.
human beings, wherever you feel sensation is where you're supposed to use to have sex.
All right.
Okay.
Come back home.
Alright.
Let's go back to the topic.
So we are talking
I'm still going to say that there's sensation in the other one too.
Okay.
It's because you have not
That's
experienced.
fine. You have not experienced it. You are not God help us. Yes.
You wanted to say something. Okay, let's go back home. Okay, so we should continue. We will not even finish today, So please, let's help our viewers so that they won't say the video is too long and they will not watch. Okay, so we have come to the end of our discussion today, and I'm sure that you have gained you have gained more than 2-3 things, even if it's the number of holes. I'm sure you have gained. And to this person, yes, so and to be open and make communication. You know me, I'm an advocate for communication. You already know. Tiwa says I'm an advocate for communication. You have to communicate and communicate and communicate.
So it's okay.
So it's okay. Yes, say it, speak it as you feel it. Don't close up, And the person whose issue we discussed today, I hope you have found them.
Like if she hasn't, she can. If they want to work it out,
It's workable. It's workable. It depends on you guys. It depends on what you want, Because at the end of the day, you are both down. It's not like one person did. You are both guilty. So it's either you decide that
guilty.
And the
well, they are both.
And the earlier the better, because the longer she stays away from home, the longer the rumor will start spreading.
Yes, but we don't even know. Maybe the man. Maybe the man too was. You know that friend is.
But
she's just been married 8 months. So that means that they've been. Exactly,
But let me not lie. If I'm telling you, but I'm not the person. If I should be in that scenario,
Hey,
I'm
that's
not the
another
person.
thing.
If I have to be in that scenario, number one, say not everybody have no shame. If I was to be in that position, I won't tell my friend that I saw my husband.
They were there together now.
And so, if she say I saw your husband, me I will say really. Then me staying in a place. If she not say why are you staying? I'm just saying what I would do.
My husband traveled. It's not back here, so don't get what I don't do for house.
But if she not say I saw your husband, I'll be like I've seen him or I saw my husband and my friend too saw him. But I will frame it as if I did not see him. And if she keeps saying I saw your husband, I'll be like, are you sure? Well, he told me he has gone to Abuja. Then I say, if you cannot even prompt me to be calling my husband. I'll be like, you ask me,
how long do you want to stay in the friend's house?
I'll go.
When you didn't plan that you were going to stay, so I will go. Wondering that I will
You sit
go.
down for your friend's house, you dey block her opportunity.
I will go. I will go.
But you have to go home.
I will go. The lady have to go. I have to. I will
Because if you
go.
go out, then your friend will go visit your husband for house.
Exactly. And the story will even change. She's even the one that forced me to go. I was telling her not to go. That's how she is. So blah blah blah. So women, we are our own enemies. Exactly. We are our own enemies. Exactly. You don't know how she is.
Let's see, have you eaten?
I'm right. Let me clean the house. Oh my God. Anyway, I hope that she has found help. And like we said, communication is key. So if you are still hiding, it's okay. You can come out now and discuss it and communicate, with your partner. Whatever works for you. It doesn't even matter what the friend saw or if the friend, as long as you and your partner are in consent. Whatever works for you. It's not our business at all. Okay, so we'll be coming in the next episode with more gist for you and more topics like this. But don't forget to share this video. Share so that maybe to whom it may concern, we see it as well. And also follow us on all our social media handles at the Eagle Online. Our bio, handles are on our bio, so check our bio and also subscribe so that you get notifications when we come out with a new edition.
Of course.
Let's say bye. We'll see you next time. Bye.